watching footy fantasy. It is your steady thing will meet your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's footy fantasy, fantasy.
All right. So we're gonna jump to our final topic. Oh, we're doing good on time. Wow. Expectations for this season. All right. So what do you guys think?
Challenge for the league again, like properly challenge again and win a trophy. It's that
Yes.
simple. Like that's gotta be the thing. Because again, do I want us and believe that we should be winning the league? Yes, we should be a lot closer, but we're competing with a team that they've won 5 titles in 7 years. Like it's not normal.
6, 7.
So when people say you have to win, we don't have to win anything. You have no divine right to win anything. So for me, I definitely want us to take the cups more seriously, which is why I'm pushing on the squad. Because what happened to us last season was because we didn't have a good enough squad. Like when we got to December and the cups kicked in, etc. Like Rice was playing every week, Odegaard's playing every week. Like you can't compete for the Champions League and the cups with the squad the way it is, because there's certain players, 4 of them in particular, that we can't rest in, and we're trying to compete at the top end of a competition. So for me, it's just win a trophy. I don't care what the trophy is, because I just want to shut people up at this point. So win a trophy and compete for the league again. And when I say compete, it's like, okay, it's the last day, it's 2 points, 1 point, like however close it is. That's got to be what we push for.
In terms of what I expect or what I want, those are two different. Obviously, we all want to win the league. I think I expect us nothing lower than second. I would be very disappointed if another team, say Liverpool or whoever, gets ahead of us, and so if we push City again like we did last 2 seasons, that's almost like bare minimum for me, right? Based on where we are. So that's that. But I think if we can go and get like a Gyökeres and maybe get those, if we get those 3, then my expectations will be a lot higher in that regard. But if we don't get him, we say we get Marino and say Eddie stays here, and we kind of, nothing against Eddie, but if we kind of keep the same squad attacking wise, then I can probably see us just about competing and ended up in second, but still pushing them again though. And then the cups, I do agree we need to take it seriously. FA Cup or League Cup, I think League Cup you can get that in, just get the luck of the draw and just get some good results, and by February you have a cup already. Champions League's gonna be interesting. There's like 2 more games in the group stage now, so there's a lot of games there. So that one's gonna be tricky. That's again, you need a squad for just the amount of games there. So that would be a good one.
But the thing with the Champions League is that even though we have the 2 more games, it's virtually, and I'm gonna knock on wood as I say it, is virtually impossible to get knocked out of the Champions League now.
Really?
Yeah.
So, more about these
because basically the top 8 teams go through automatically, and then the
9
next
to 16, whatever. Oh, 16.
Go head to head. Like it's virtually impossible. Like unless you mess around.
Yeah.
Like so I think there's a lot more games, but I think if you look at it, again, you just want to make sure that you're in that top 8 so you don't have to play the extra knockout games at the end of the season.
Okay.
But the format is just designed for you to, like, the top teams are going to be protected.
Yeah, I think so. So I think that, again, I want to do better than quarterfinals, though. I think, based on that, because again, even last season, it was the first time back, you can argue, but I mean, I think we could have, I think it was a little bit of nerves the way we handled that Bayern Munich game. We could have played, that was one of the worst games we had played within that sort of frame of games. So I think we could improve on that, just even with the same squad. I think I would say get to semis or something, but FA Cup or a League Cup, get one of those and push City. If we get Gyökeres and Marino and the midfielder, then I might stay a bit more with my chest about winning the league, but competing with City at the bare minimum.
You guys are being all nice and humble. Me, I don't intend to do so.
Say it.
Me?
I got that out.
No. I want us to win this year. I know it's crazy. I know it's difficult. I want us to win the league this year, right? Worst case scenario, I agree with Ray, a close second. That's what I want this season. As for the league, chewing gum cups, maybe we should get one chewing gum cup just for garnishing, right? Champions League, at the very least, I think we should get to the semis. I know
Okay.
it's a new format and everything, but because I think we have they now have 2 solid years of experience together.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean? Like we've built, they've gone through the way I see it is like these players have gone to war together twice now,
Yes.
right? They've been exposed to different scenarios. Now, in terms of injury, the only thing that can derail this stuff, right? In my own opinion, is probably injuries, which is part of the game. But if we're able to get some of these key players that we've all been talking about, the Marinos, the Gilbert, if we're able to get some of these players, I think we have the squad to do it, because we shouldn't go back to the days where they'll now start labeling us as liking second. Let's win it.
I think we're all on the same page. We want to win the league. I'm not hearing anyone say we don't want to win the league. So, but I think Harry, you're just being more emphatic as far as like saying that we should win.
If we need to go unbeaten, we
Yeah,
should go unbeaten.
go on
Yeah,
beating.
I'm saying it with my chest too. It's like I believe we can win the league.
Oh yeah.
I just know that it's not a case of you, because even the Champions League, where you're saying, "Oh, we should get to the semi-final." One, you can play Man City or Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and you're home before bedtime. It's easy. That's the Champions League. So the Champions League is not. The Champions League is the Champions League. The only 2 teams that if we don't draw them, and we said it last year, like when we got Bayern in the Champions League, it was like, oh, Bayern aren't Bayern. They still had enough experience, know-how to get us out the competition, right? It's the Champions League. So experience and know-how says a lot, right? So I think for me, Champions League, I just want us to be competitive. I want us to be in the knockouts, like semi-final, quarter-final. I want us to be in and around those big games to see how those guys respond to it. Because to your point, that was the first time Saka's done more for England in that level than he has
let's
for
be
us.
honest, right? They didn't save us. They didn't put us in positions to win championships. Jurgen Klopp did that. The one good decision that they did was sign the best manager that was available. And we carried by Jurgen Klopp for several years, right? He worked miracles with what he was given. And you know what? I'm even Michael Edwards and them boys on blast too. Because Michael Edwards was there before Klopp got there. And he was part of the team, I think, that signed by Andy Carroll and all of them too.
Yeah.
So they're just golden. No, Jurgen Klopp did it at Dortmund, was proven, and did it again at Liverpool on the biggest stage. And so we owe a lot to him for the last, 9 years of him being 9 years, of him being at Anfield, papering over cracks, making us look good, putting together a team that was able to fight and compete with our oil-rich team called Manchester City, like no other team has done. Yes, intentional shade to Arsenal FC.
Thank you. I feel that thing.
He did what no one else could do. Nearly 100 points. With a squad that we had, like he made that squad into gold. Every year we'd be bantered, oh, your team isn't that good, and then they'll turn around and we're killing it. So big up to Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp forever. He's a legend. He made us look good. Now, Arne Slot, I completely support Arne Slot. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I back him. I want to give him the time and the space to do what he needs to do. I love the attitude. I love everything that he's bringing to the table. But we need to back him. We can't allow what happened to Klopp happen to Slot. We need to back him. We need to give him the resources he needs so that he can really put an imprint on this team and hopefully take glory.